This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. Seahawks get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. 3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Cohen, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Now Trubisky to throw, and it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Mike is 59. Mike.
They go read option with Wilson, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his man here as Gary Jennings Jr. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Check, 59. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike's 59. Look, guys, 4 down. Hey, let's go double count right here. Double count. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
Here's Wilson to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. The catch made by Miller.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Chicago.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd and 2, Trubisky. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 15. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 15.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Throwing here, Trubisky. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Mike, 58, right there. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Hey, you're on an island over there. It's a single receiver. Check. Let's go. Come on. Alert.
Left side complete to Lockett. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And he's got Lockett. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 37 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Go team! Guys, listen. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7.
It just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Able to spin free. Throw left side complete.
In a game of strength and brawn, it's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Give the sack to Barkevious Mingo, the former number 6 pick. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. On the carry, it's Davis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now Trubisky. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. They're going on fourth down. It's Trubisky. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. Now Wilson forced out to, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Wilson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
Check. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. No chance.
4th down. Here's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will.
This will be taken about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, We know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my linemen out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Hey, 0-0-0.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. It's complete to Jerome Brown. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Wilson now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion, and another 1st and 10 here. Wilson. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Hey, hey. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's third down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown of the afternoon. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
Let's go! Let's go!
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
19. Put him on the buses. Let's put that team on. Match balls. Right. Check 13. Hey, alert. Off. Lights 59.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Caught right side, Jaron Brown. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Second and 7 at the Bears' 35-yard line.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. That's caught out right by Jennings. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman with a sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't. The pressure gets to him again. Leonard Floyd picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. On first down, Trubisky is going to loft one deep over the... And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, 69 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 28-yard line.
Good. Line's 59. Oh, yeah.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. How good has he been throwing the football, though? Despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return is Cohen. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bears take over.
At their own 42-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Markevious Mingo picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protect.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Markevious Mingo giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now it's Trubisky, and he's got Miller. Touchdown, Chicago! Anthony Miller with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Tempo.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 54 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense.
Got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be second down. To throw again on second down. Trubisky under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. Now Trubisky on third and long. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
58, Mike. Oh, you got deep?
Wilson wants to throw it. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. A big game there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could have fit. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, twisting away. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. One last shot for Trubisky. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different